In this video, I'm going to show you how to get started with Lightning Payroll. The best way to get started is to grab a free 30-day trial. Click on the Start a Trial button here on our homepage. You'll now be taken to our web app. You can get a trial for the web or mobile version, or for the desktop version for Windows and Mac here. The desktop and web versions of Lightning Payroll only have slight differences and can easily share payroll data. We even offer manual and automatic syncing between the desktop and online platforms. You can sign up for a free trial by entering your email address or using any of these partner buttons. If you want the desktop software, use one of these download links here. I'm going to enter my email address and then I'll receive an email to set up my password. Click the link in the email and create a strong password. Once you log in for the first time, you can load some demo data if you'd like to explore existing information or have a poke around. Or you can start fresh with your own company information. I'm going to create a new company to demonstrate the setup process. Fill out the required fields here and save your changes. Now that my company details are ready, we need to set up the pay run schedule. Lightning Payroll supports weekly, fortnightly, or monthly schedules. Usually you only need to enter the end date here, depending on what schedule or schedules that you need. Click Edit to change the end date of any of your required schedules, and feel free to just ignore the pay run types that you don't use. Next, it's time to add some employees. You can add employees individually or import multiple employee records using a CSV spreadsheet down here. Adding an employee is straightforward and requires only basic information to get started. Once you've filled out your employee details, save your changes. You will then see the main employee details screen. To manage or change between your employees, use your buttons over here. To save time, I'm going to skip adding my other employees. Now you can see all of my employees in the drop-down here. To continue setting up an employee, you will need to configure their pay items, such as pay rates, allowances, salary sacrifices, and more. I can enter employee base pay values down here as an hourly amount, annual amount, or pay period amount. Lightning Payroll offers many other settings, like these award hours options here, which usually suit most employees. Check out our support page or contact our support team for more information on anything not covered in this video. Right now I'm just highlighting the most common features that you'll need. Now that my base rate is set up, I can add special pay rates over here. So some employees aren't paid hourly, they might be paid by the bucket of fruit picked or the number of sheep sheared or kilometers driven. So you can use these units and change the rate values to suit your employees. So you can customize whatever extra pay rates you need for the employee just here. For other pay items such as allowances or deductions, simply navigate to the relevant section of the employee's menu. And as we did before, add a new pay item against the employee. If you have any employees with the same pay rates or allowances, they can be shared, so you can configure these under the company section. Company allowances are easy to set up and can be applied to multiple employees just here. Sharing pay rates is slightly different and is managed under the company pay rate groups. Pay rate groups are collections of one or more pay rates that can be assigned to an award classification or just used independently. You attach the employees to these pay rates just here. Here you can see that I've set up some groups without an award attached and some others with detailed awards, making it convenient to change employees from one classification to another. Simply select the pay rate group and then add or remove employees and save your changes. Returning to the employees section, let's now set up their tax rates. These settings should reflect the responses from the employee's tax file number declaration form, completed when they started work. For instance, if an employee has a study loan, tick this box. Likewise, indicate if they are a foreign resident for tax purposes. If an employee is on a working holiday visa or in industries such as horticulture or shearing, activate the appropriate tax scales here in the special tax rates section. The final section to set up is the employee's superannuation fund details. You can find this under the employee's super option here in the main menu. The default super settings shown here are automatically configured to suit most Australian employees, so you'll typically only need to navigate to the Super Fund section here. To add the employee's super details, click Add New. Each employee requires a primary fund to receive compulsory super guarantee contributions. If you cannot find the employee's super fund in the drop-down, you can add it using the Create New Super Fund online search button here. Simply enter the USI provided by the employee's super fund, then you can search for the fund and save it here. Now when you come back up here to complete the employee's super settings, the super fund will be available and you can add their member number. With your employees fully set up, you're now ready to process pays over in the Pays section. Please see our separate video on processing a pay run using the Lightning Payroll web app. For more information, visit www.lightningpayroll.com.au.